Hey guys. Okay, so this is part two kind of the video that I just downloaded just a few minutes ago. I was literally just saying in that video, somewhere towards the end, how I was questioning why are there all these different Bible translations out there. I mean, there's so many. And literally right after I made that video, I read this. And I'll give you the link to this too. But it says, with the variety of biblical texts, you can imagine all the confusion and dissension as to what was the correct Bible. That's so crazy because, like I said, I literally just said that. And then it goes on to say about King James again, how this was it was a political statement, pretty much. And it goes on to talk about the divine rights of kings. If you know any things about the monarchy and the kings and stuff, not all were pleasant, you guys. In fact, many were very evil. But if you go over here, because what I did, if you you can click on this divine right of kings, and it'll pull this up, and it says the doctrine of divine right can be dangerous for both church and state. For the state, it suggests that secular authority is conferred and can therefore be removed by the church, and for the church, it implies that kings have a direct relationship to God and may therefore dictate to ecclesiastical rulers. You guys, y'all need to read this. I'm going to give you, this is the divine right of kings, and how nobody can question them. Whatever they say goes. Whatever laws they put out, whatever rules they put out, whatever they write, nobody can question them, or they can be imprisoned, they can be beaten, they can be killed. Okay? This is how deep this goes. So, in other words, nobody could question anything about the Bible. And this doesn't just apply for the King James. All these Bible translations, you have to ask yourself now, what the heck is going on? Because something's going on. Something's going on. But this is right here. If you want to take a screenshot of that, and then also this is another Masonic website. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you can look this up. This is just more information for you to look up, and I suggest you do. I suggest you start doing some digging, because they're going to talk about the Geneva Bible and this Bible and that Bible. They're saying the Great Bible of 1539 was the first English translation legally authorized. Well, then you got to ask yourself, oh, I see, it was by King Henry. Okay, so there's another king that's putting this Bible out. Okay, so anyway, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what translation it is. I suggest you start doing some digging on who did the translating, what these people were about, because I can guarantee you most all of them were Freemasons. Like, for instance, one thing I caught about about William Tyndale, which wrote or translated one of the Bibles. Well, I was watching a video, and this guy who was talking all about him, about how he was killed by King James, but the more he started talking, I started looking at his hand signs he kept making, the guy that's in this video talking about William Tyndale, and he kept doing all those Freemason hand signs. And then he said something that stood out to me, because you guys, there's a lot of stuff that I miss. there is, but there's a lot that I don't. I pay attention to very small details, because you have to pay attention to their words, their symbols, their numbers, the colors they use. All this. You have to pay attention because they always put it in plain sight. But this guy that was doing this video talking about him, Tyndale, he was talking about how he's one of the one in the group of the luminaries. If you know what a luminary is in the Bible, what is that? Well, it's the sun, the moon, or the stars. And the stars, according to the book of Enoch, are angels. So what are we talking about? Fallen angels here that translated all these Bibles and put them out to, control us? I'm just asking questions. That's all I'm doing. I'm just asking questions, you guys. And one more thing I wanted to bring up too, before I go, is the fact that all throughout the Bible it says Lord. And it says, Master in some cases. Well, when you start looking deeper into that, the Lords, a lot of them were the kings that were Freemasons. And here they are calling God Lord, or Jesus Lord. And right here, the master Egyptian was, we're talking about, and this is on another Freemason website that I took this screenshot from. But we're talking about like the kings and the pharaohs and things like that were called masters. And here they are calling Jesus master. And like I said, you guys, y'all need to look into all this. I'm not getting my I'm getting tongue twisted. I can't even get out what I want to say right now because I'm just it's unsettling. It's truly unsettling. That's all I can say. And I just can't think right now. So maybe I shouldn't have made this video right now, but at least this is going to give you something to start with and to start doing your own homework and start doing some digging, because I have a feeling you're not going to like what you find. You're just not. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going. In that other video I just made, in the description box below, I put a link down there to a video. If any of you don't know who the Freemasons are, what they are about, what they're involved in, I suggest watching that video I put down in that description box, not under this video, in the one I just posted prior to this one. And watch that. It'll tell you all about who they are. And that's, after you watch that, that's who wrote the King James Bible. Okay? All right, you guys, I'm going. Y'all take care.